Now, it's that time of the morning, the time of the week, in fact, when we make sure that you wake up to the beautiful ladies of Wake Up Nigeria. I know it's seeming like I'm the only one here, but let me just pretend I'm the only one here, even though there's somebody that is popping in pink in the kitchen right now. Yes, so if you're a man and you have ever wondered what the ladies love and what they get up to when they hang out, stick with us, and by the time the show is done, hey, you will have some ideas. That one is sure. And if you're a woman and you have not been able to hang out with your friends due to one reason or the other, then we are going to be your friends on the show today. All you have to do is just keep watching, okay? So let me just stop pretending I'm the only one here. MM is in the kitchen, looking pretty in pink.
Hello,
how you doing?
Mary, how you doing? They say pink is a girl's favorite color. I don't know how true that is, but definitely not my color. I don't know if it's your color, Mary.
So you know how they say EP is extended play? I have remixed it because EP now is MM pink. You are
wow,
pink.
It looks that good.
You're saying it's a girl. What?
Wow, really?
You're always wearing pink.
Am I?
Yes, you are.
Are you
yes,
sure?
you are.
Compared to black?
You even incidentally wore pink on World Pink Day.
Well, that was a coincidence. And then, you know, I mean, it's World Pink Day. You wouldn't catch MM in
Now, she will vex now, not wear pink till the rest of the year. And that's just as well with us. Okay, you know what? We needed to make plans to stay with us till the very end. As it is, we have 1 hour and 45 minutes to go. So now is the time to grab that cup of coffee or tea, whichever you prefer. It will definitely serve you to keep you cozy. My name is Mary Bashua Alimi, and of course, you know, MM Okoche is also here. You can stream the show live at tvcentertainment.tv and on Facebook at TVC Connect. Now, our YouTube is available. If you would like to binge watch your favorite shows on TVC, it's also at TVC Entertainment. Okay, so let's head straight to the highlights, huh? We'll kick off the show with some inspiration. And then we move on to nutrition, where we will be discussing stunted growth in children with Dr. Uduka Maju, a medical doctor. We can't wait to have that conversation. Are you, or shall I say, do you know anyone currently in a codependence relationship and you do not know how to get out? Certified relationship and marriage coach Aremo Oluwatobi will be giving a clear path on how to get out. Yes, that's it. Stay tuned for that, okay? I was going to say action.
Woo! We made it, guys. Action. Okay. Hi, ladies. Good morning.
Good morning.
Everybody looking bright and beautiful this morning.
Yeah, MM is looking so cute.
MM is looking bright and beautiful.
She's looking like a lollipop, like on the lake.
What?
Sweet.
Should not be doing
as much as I would love to
it.
Oh God, please stop. Wow. Okay, so it's too early in the morning, man. We've seen the results. Don't worry. Don't you dare.
Exactly. Yes.
Okay.
We have not seen any results.
No, the results will be. You will all be fruitful.
And multiply.
Let's go.
Okay, you guys.
I'll do that. But there's just been so much. It was a really emotional weekend. You know, we haven't really all got the chance to talk about
Mary missed
on air.
She has no idea. She can't connect to this conversation.
Yeah.
She can't relate with it.
So you guys can talk about it later. There was something you posted, Topper posted on the group, which I found very interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know whether you can rehash that.
You had to reply at 3 a.m. As a night hawk.
As he does not sleep.
So a friend of mine shared it with me, and I was confused. So this lady is married to this guy, and they had a kid. And then they separated, and he remarried, and she remarried. Okay. And then the person he remarried earns more money than he does. Now, he pays child support already. But because the person he's married to has more money, she now said that she thinks it's only fair that the guy pays her more child support because his wife has more money.
Oh, wow.
So his present wife has more money than him and her.
Together.
I don't know. And it's just very complicated.
Talking about stepping up.
And you see, it was the entitlement for me. The fact that she said, is it me or am I wrong? Like, to her, she feels like she's right. That her child deserves the life that the other children have.
Now, there was something Mary said. You know, she said, maybe, I don't know if you were joking about it, but why not ask your daughter to go and live with her, if your daughter really deserves to
The
live
kind of
that kind of
really-
life.
If it's really about your child,
Exactly.
do you get?
Yeah.
If it's really about your child, let your child go and live with them.
What
If it's not you,
what's most appalling about the situation is the entitlement.
yes.
The audacity in the entitlement.
Okay, so I know the first thing that came to my mind was she should let the child go live with them. But then playing the devil's advocate now, I don't know exactly what ended the marriage, whether it was his dating that woman that ended the marriage.
doesn't really matter.
I'm leading somewhere. Oh. So she's probably feeling like you guys will owe me for the rest of your life because you guys were the ones that messed up the marriage. But that's
she
just
married
an
somebody
aside.
else.
The one.
That's just no. I'm just putting it as an aside. I just said it. Oh.
She's married to somebody else.
She's married to someone else who she says is struggling. He's serving the country. He's an army officer.
Is it her fault? Is it the man's
No,
fault?
see, life happens. Tomorrow now,
said
she
play
could be
devil's advocate
worth.
up and down.
Should be the other one is 1 million. She could be worth 2 million a year.
Girlfriend. Okay, is it her ex-husband's wife's fault?
That
But it's not her own fault too now. That she's unfortunate.
Okay,
Okay,
it's
sorry,
Dr.
let me not say
fault.
that.
Wow.
Okay, you know what? Let's check out what the weather will be like today, and then we'll bring you the news. We'll talk more about this in the course of this show.
Hello and good morning. It's time for a news update right here on Wake Up Nigeria. We start this way. It says here, President Muhammadu Buhari is currently meeting with all federal lawmakers at the banquet hall of the Presidential Villa, Abuja. The lawmakers were led to the event by the President of Senate, Ahmad Lawan, and the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Femi Gbajabiamila. The notice of the meeting was conveyed hours before in a letter to the National Assembly received from the State House and read during plenary by the President of the Senate. The Senate had on the 27th of April reached a resolution for the leadership of the National Assembly to schedule a meeting with President Buhari to discuss the issue of insecurity in the country. It's the first time the President is hosting all lawmakers of the National Assembly at the same time, having met with members of the Senate and the House of Representatives separately in the past. This comes after the President expressed his thanks to the 9th National Assembly for the cooperation he's enjoyed, which has enabled his administration achieve a lot in the last 2 years. In reaction to the stance taken by legislators, the People's Democratic Party has commended the Senate for rejecting the nomination of Loretta Onoche as the National Commissioner of Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC. In a statement, the party described the rejection as a victory for Nigerians. In the statement, the PDP spokesperson, Kola Ologodiyan, the opposition party, described the rejection as the triumph of the Nigerian people over the barefaced attempt by Buhari-led APC administration to corrupt and hijack the commission ahead of the 2023 elections. The PDP says the action of the Senate not only saved the nation from a very serious crisis, but also salvaged INEC and the entire national electoral process from a ruinous pollution that would have led to the collapse of the country's democratic order. The party had earlier led a protest to the National Assembly over the nomination. Now to Kaduna State, where the police have rescued 3 kidnapped victims, including 1 student of Bethel Baptist School. The rescue operation was achieved through the operatives of the command alongside Civilian Joint Task Force. According to the State Police Public Relations Officer, Mohammed Jigali, the 3 rescued persons were found roaming in the bush around the forest of Tushungaya village of Chikun local government area. During investigation, the 3 victims were identified as Zaharuddin Ibrahim, Nura Nuhu, who was recently kidnapped along Kaduna-Kachia Road. Meanwhile, the 3rd kidnapped victim, Abraham Ania, was one of the students of Bethel Baptist Secondary School, Kujama.
Welcome back. Now it is time for us to take a look at the covers of the papers this morning, and we are starting off with Daily Trust. National Assembly meets Buhari over insecurity and others. We must restore peace, says President. Our meeting beyond dinner party, Lawan. Reps present 19-point demands. Why Senate rejected Onoche as INEC commissioner. A photo story here showing President Muhammadu Buhari addressing leadership and members of the National Assembly during a dinner at the presidential villa in Abuja yesterday. Woman, 4 kids killed in Zamfara airstrikes. Cautious excitement as Chinese firms flood auto industry. How demolition displaced 103 Uni Abuja students at Ido. Federal government ends first phase of COVID-19 vaccination. Moving on from Daily Trust to the Daily Times. Senate goes tough on ballot box snatchers and others. Passes electoral offences bill prescribes 20 years jail term for ballot box snatchers. Bows to pressure, rejects Onoche as INEC commissioner, confirms 5 others. Photo story here showing technical advisor on gas business and policy to the Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Mr. Justice Defaraka, incoming Managing Director, Chief Executive Officer of Nigeria Liquefied Natural Gas, yesterday during a visit to the Minister in Abuja on Tuesday, actually. We must end insecurity in Nigeria, Buhari tells NAS members. Concerns over extended APC convention. Investors gain 43.41 billion naira amid positive market turnover. Insecurity, 774 kidnapped, 222 killed in Kaduna in 3 months. Moving on, we have Nigerian News Direct. Senate approves 20-year jail term for ballot box snatchers. Photo story here showing the CEO, Department of Petroleum Resources, and other people at the 4th Annual Value Chain Lecture and Award Ceremony on Monday in Abuja. We must do everything to end insecurity, Buhari tells Senate. Nigeria to assume leadership of Great Green Wall Environment Minister. 15 trillion naira infra code to commence operations Q3 Emefiele. That's all we can take in the covers of the papers this morning. You might want to grab a copy of your favorite newspaper to stay accurately informed. Next up we have is fact finding.
All right, welcome back. You're still on to Wake Up Nigeria. Interesting facts there for you. I hope, some of these fact finders do, it just keeps on
Talking about twins.
Twins.
It was actually a fact about twins and babies.
You'd be amazed at so much information that is out there that you have no idea about. Like it's amazing. All right, so
I was actually going to say, there's some parenting questions that come up a lot. Especially what exactly do you give your kids before they get to school? Because there's no time to cook, there's no time to do anything, but there's always time for some Kellogg's.
Yes, there is. Interestingly, my kids just like to eat it alone without milk. They just like to munch on it like a snack. And that's quite interesting about, the Kellogg's brand.
I was actually making a confession. For those who follow my diary on social media, I was making a confession about how I was really wary of the conflicts, and I had been going on and on about Cocoa Puffs for weeks. Yeah. And then last week we were made to eat something. I was like, I really like it. So now I'm a huge fan of Kellogg's conflicts. It's amazing. It's very tasty.
Extremely crunchy as well.
Yeah, I don't need sugar. Have you noticed? You don't actually need sugar to actually,
really good.
Go with it. Tastes just right on its own. Yeah. All right, so what are we talking about for coffee just this morning?
So we're going to talk about groups.
Yes, groups, WhatsApp groups. I think they are a necessary evil. Yes,
they've become
if you ask me, they have become a necessary evil. So I'm on this. I used to be actually, but I deleted myself. So we have this former schoolmates WhatsApp group from secondary school. And then recently, someone came on requesting for a loan facility, if anyone could help out, with some amount of money. And he was pretty desperate because he kept on asking and asking and asking and asking and asking, and apparently he wasn't getting any help. And then somebody suddenly said that, well, if you had been paying your dues, we would have just gotten from the pool to help you. But, how is it that you that do not pay your dues is asking for help?
Okay.
And that threw me off because I'm like, can anyone be so condescending? and inhumane. Because I thought the idea for the, for the group was to network, connect, and help.
Support each other.
Support each other.
MM, there are two sides to this. There are two sides to this. I know of certain people that can afford it, but can't be bothered to pay.
Yeah, sure.
You might find yourself in that position. You think it's not a big deal. Yeah. And then people see what you post on your status, how you're living the fly life. You have the money, but you just don't want to spend it. I feel like I've got conflicts on my mouth.
There's like you stuck to your lipstick.
Oh, it was milk, huh?
Yeah, I think that's better now.
So now you have the money, but you don't. And then when you now find yourself in a fix, those who don't have so much and have been paying it feel like, why should I help you? Shebi, when you were enjoying the good life, you were enjoying it. But that's me looking at it from that angle. But the reality is, just as you said, when you're in a group, you're supposed to support one another. Of course, this should be a lesson for that person if he happens to fall into that category. And if the person has not been paying, did they reach out to the person? Why can't you pay? Are you okay? Do you have a job?
This actually poses the question that I asked, because when I left the group, as a matter of fact, this is the third time that I have left that group. Because I feel like there's no constructive conversation. I keep being re-added because they see my importance, From the group, I've been able to, support a few other people, with stuff that I do. Anyways, so I had this conversation with one of the ESCOs when she called me on the phone, and I was telling her that you need to understand that we have all moved on. Yeah. I mean, so yes, we're together 10 years ago, but a lot of people have moved on. And suddenly you come up with ideas, you come up with so many things that you want to do as ESCOs. You're literally shoving them up. Down our throats. Well, down our throats, actually, because, I mean, I was going to say something else, but then I'm like, thank you very much.
Let's take a break.
But we would love to know what your opinion is on this matter. Just use our hashtag.
There's still a lot to talk about.
Yes.
We have so much to talk about today. It's hard to keep up. Let's take this break. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
Hello and welcome back to the kitchen. And we've been talking a lot about Kellogg's over the past few weeks. And we decided it was about time we had someone come tell us a little bit more about how this brand is taking over the world. And today we have with us Adenike Owolabi. Now she's the special projects manager from Kellogg's Nigeria. Welcome to the show.
Welcome, good morning.
So good to have you.
Thank
so now
you.
tell us quickly, what makes this new Kellogg's so special?
Okay, for the new Kellogg's, I think it is important to highlight the taste. The taste is different.
Okay.
It's premium. Okay. And the quality is different. Earlier our cornflakes used to have, it used to be made with a different technology. Okay. But now we've improved our technology. We've introduced new technology into the system. We are trying to maintain the global and the quality that is known all over the world. So that is what is different about this one. It's of premium quality. It's of the same standard with the one that is known across the world. Okay. From everywhere.
Okay.
I have to say, when we tasted it, we noted that it was really crunchy. The color is even better. Yeah. The flavor is really great.
Even the packaging. The packaging. There's some finesse to it. Yes.
But it must have taken a while for you to get to this stage. Talk to us about the process of getting here.
Okay, so you're right about that. It took a while actually, because we have to maintain what I say the global standard. Kellogg's being an household brand, there's this standard that is expected from us from all over the world actually. Yeah. So this process we had to change our corn. Oh. I was pointing out how that the corn this time around is premium.
Oh, really?
It's of fine quality. So we have to change the corn. We have to also improve the quality process of making it, which was the technology part of it, toasting the corn and all of that. It has to be something we were detailed about it, and we were very careful to maintain what has been known, because we don't want to have that backlash. So that is one thing we've really put the thought into it before we actually pushed it into the market. And so far, I must say we've been getting really, really interested and feedback from our consumers.
Yeah, but I just needed to ask, what could have spurred the change from the old cornflakes to the new one? Was there something you noticed that needed to be done for for the Kellogg's cornflakes to be rebranded?
Yes. Well, we must say that earlier the taste was it wasn't up to par. It wasn't what was expected from us, and we didn't like it, so we withdrew it. We took everything back from the market, so that we can go back and do a more detailed and a more improved
version,
a more improved version of the conflict.
Now, I know there are a lot of other products also on the line there. I know you guys have Moon and Stars. You have the Cocoa Pops.
Yeah. Moons and Stars, I must highlight that the kids actually love that one.
Oh,
that's like their favorite. So they love Moons
Mm-hmm.
and Stars more. Then Cocoa Pops is the chocolatey one. It's coated in chocolate, and it's currently, I think both of them, we own that space. When it comes to Cocoa Pops in Nigerian market, I think Kellogg's is #1 that people go for.
I wanted to ask a little bit more about this, but you know, there's never enough time.
Yeah,
to,
there is
to
not.
there.
Okay, so go ahead to see what you.
Okay, now this is world #1 cereal. It's written right here. So you know, there's only one #1 cereal company, and we like to own that name. So it's
indicated right
it's
there.
trademarked.
Yeah, but
World's
quickly,
#1
before we
cereal.
wrap this up, let's quickly talk about its nutritional benefits.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just quickly highlight them and then we can run.
Okay, for the nutritional benefits of cornflakes, I must say that it has 9 vitamins and minerals, so which makes it very, very nutritious. It's something that is coated. We fortify it with vitamins and minerals so that kids don't just have cornflakes. They have something that is healthy. Conventionally, Nigerians are used to some kind of breakfast that is, I think more of rice, carbohydrates, intensified. But Kellogg's cornflakes is different. It's nutritious, it's healthy, and then it's even easier, quick to make.
All right, thank you so much, Adenike Owolabi. This has been quite an interesting conversation. So go out there and get a pack.
And just congratulations on that amazing factory that you guys have put together and this amazing brand. And I think it's going to do great. In the
Yes, it will.
Thank you for your feedback.
Thank you so much. Next, wow, that feature warmed my heart. That little boy, would you trust the little boy to do your makeup?
I really don't know. Well, if I've seen his work before.
Anyways, let's get to the interesting feature there. All right, let's quickly get to, so this is Chef Anu, and this morning we are making something very, very distinct. Please, it says Zobo Pap.
Yes, fruity zobo.
Fruity Zobo Pap. Let's quickly run through the ingredients.
Okay, so this morning I'm going to make use of zobo leaf, hibiscus leaf, pineapple, banana, grapes, groundnuts, and zobo sweetener.
There's a Zobo sweetener?
Yes.
Had no idea that there was a Zobo sweetener. I thought you could do the pineapple or sometimes your sugar or honey.
Yes, you could use sugar,
Could be
you could
used.
use honey, you could use...
All right, great stuff. So walk us through this process for this Zobo. How does it, what's the process? Where do we start from?
Okay, so I'm going to start by boiling the zobo.
Okay.
Yeah, so when our zobo is already boiled, the hot zobo will be used to make the pap.
Where's the pap?
Yeah, it's yeah.
Oh, okay. You haven't brought it out. I brought it out yet. But anyways, we all know how to make pap. So how this works is we have our pap here, ogi, and we are just going to boil up our hibiscus flour, which is our zobo, and then use the water in making the pap. And then, well, anyways, stick around because you really need to be a part of this recipe. We'll be right back.
Welcome back. Now it's time for the nutrition segment right here on Wake Up Nigeria. And today's topic is really interesting. Did anyone in your secondary school or when you were younger ever tell you you had stunted growth or you are stunted or you're just not tall enough? Now we're going to be talking with Dr. Uduka Umaju. Dr. Kalu is always a really great joy to talk to, especially on issues like this. He's a medical doctor at Quincy Wellness Naturopathic Center. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right, so stunted growth, especially with regards to children. I'm not sure if many people have had the conversation on it being about the nutrition of the child or not, but just tell us what it is exactly, stunted growth.
All right, so stunted growth is primarily a function of undernutrition.
Okay.
Because obviously you're not getting enough to build, and then you're stunted.
Okay. Is there some kind of, there's something I can use as a parent to find out if my child is growing at the right rate?
Yeah, there's a chart. So the WHO came up with a growth chart, you know, that puts the height of the child against the age.
Okay.
And there are several percentiles, you know, there are lines across the chart.
Okay.
So when you check your child's height, and you match that up with the child's age, you can tell, okay, what percentile does my child fall under?
Okay.
So if your child falls under, like, say, the 95th percentile, it means only 5% of children your child's age are taller.
Okay.
The remaining are shorter, or
Okay.
about the same height.
Yeah.
If your child falls under the 5th percentile,
Okay.
it means almost everybody's taller than
So
your child.
95% are taller than your child.
Yes, so 95% and above are taller than your child. So it gives you an idea.
Okay.
When 95% of, it means you're not doing very well. So obviously.
So that's
child
the
is-
indicator that your child could be having stunted growth.
Yes.
Now, with regards to nutrition and what the child is consuming, what can we as parents do to make sure that we're giving the child what they need? What do they need exactly?
Okay, because in the first two, like, stunted growth is usually curbed. The effects are maximum within the first 1,000 days. That's from the time the child is conceived
Okay.
till the child's second birthday.
Okay.
So if you get the nutrition right at that point, chances are the child won't be stunted. But then it's not just a factor of nutrition, because there are certain health conditions. If the child has a congenital heart defect, if a child has some metabolic issues, so they are not absorbing nutrients, and then a lot of diseases as well. The child might not be able to, so it's not just the nutrition. So, but, like I said, the maternal part, where when the woman is pregnant, she has to obviously do antenatals and all, because you monitor the child's growth while still in the uterus. And then after the child is born, it's advised that you breastfeed the child exclusively for the first 6 months, because then...
You mentioned something about conception,
Yes.
right? From conception, is mommy supposed to be eating certain types of foods? And if yes, what are they?
Well, the foods should just be rich in, because, pregnant women tend to have a reduction in blood. So you have to eat things that would build up your blood, get a lot of folic acid, because, this, the deficiency of that has led to a lot of neural tube defects and all. And then, of course, your basic diets, protein, carbohydrates, just, have a lot of all that stuff so that your baby can get. So your baby is, you're eating for 2 now, or 1.5, Yeah, sure.
So are there some foods mommy should stay away from to prevent a child's growth from being stunted after being born?
And not necessarily, you just need to stay away from harmful, things like smoking, obviously, alcohol, all that thing. All those stuff are associated with intrauterine growth restrictions. So that's what you want to stay away from. But basically, mommy should give her what she wants, yeah?
All right. When baby has been born, you said the first 2 years is when you notice whether there's stunted growth or
No, that's when you can curb it.
Oh, that's when you
so
can
the
curb
first
it.
6 months after baby is born,
Okay.
you should breastfeed exclusively.
Okay.
The breast milk has enough nutrients to nourish the child. After 6 months, you have to complement, because baby can't get enough of what they need to grow. They need a lot of proteins, a lot of carbohydrates, vitamins, all that stuff. Give them everything. It's not like obesity in an adult where you're like, let me watch what I'm giving this child so he doesn't get fat. So give them what they want, because you're building rapidly, their brain, they are developing rapidly. So they need a lot of all that energy.
So stunted growth now, when we think about it, we often refer to height. But is it only about the height of the child? Is there any other indicator physically of stunted growth?
Well, it's mostly the height, because, sometimes if there's no primary deficiency in any particular nutrient, let's say, for instance, if there's a protein deficiency that is, that's very visible, the child could have kwashiorkor or marasmus, but otherwise, the child is just generally small. So there's no, it's just, the child just appears to look short, still proportional to body parts, but, just quite small and not growing as well as should.
So it's not a myth, this issue of proteins being the building blocks?
Yeah, they're the building blocks of life.
So protein, eating beans every day might just help the child get taller?
Yeah, sure.
All right then. So, Dr. Kalu, thank you so much for coming to talk to us this morning. And if you have your questions, please send them to us online at TVC Connect with the hashtag Wake Up Nigeria on TVC. Yes, we have to wrap up the health, well, rather the nutrition segment today, but we will be back after this.
Thank you.
All right, Titi, we are just going to glide swiftly into the kitchen segment, yes. And with me is Chef Anu, and we are making fruity zobo pap.
Yes.
Very, very interesting recipe. Let's run through the ingredients this morning.
Okay, so we use the zobo leaf. Our zobo leaf pineapples they are right. They are
can you
boiling.
please take off the lid so that we can see it?
Okay, so it's currently getting boiled.
Okay.
Then our
So in here, we
Yes.
have our hibiscus flower, which
Yes.
is zobo leaves. We have our pineapple,
Pineapples.
and then we have our pineapple peel.
Yes.
Yes, right? Great.
Yes.
Okay.
So then we're going to, our pap is
Okay.
about,
Let's
it's not yet
take a
fully
look.
prepared.
Okay.
Yes, but we're going to be using the zobo to make the pap.
So, okay, let me explain it so that people can actually really understand what's going on here. So in here we have our water, and once this comes to a boil, right?
Yes.
We are going to drain this off.
Yes.
Yes, and
Yes.
then pour the water into the pap. So
Exactly.
that's what we are going to use in making our pap, right?
Yes, yes.
Great. Now let's talk about the bananas, the granules, and the
Okay,
grapes.
so we're just going to put this on top of the pap so as to make the eating interesting.
So this is more like a pap parfait.
Well, something like that.
Right? Okay, great. All right, so are we going to make this into a smoothie, or are we just going to chop them into the pap?
Yeah, we're going to just chop it and place them on top of the pap.
Okay.
Yes.
Huh. Who would have thought? Anyways, I'm quite excited about this because hibiscus flower actually has a lot of amazing nutritional benefits, guys. Like, it's got amazing health benefits. It has anti-cancer properties. It's an immune booster. It is also good for your heart health as well. And I mean, the nutritional benefits are numerous, guys. And then pineapple peel is also very healthy. Yes, you can actually make it into a tea. So you boil it, and then you can make it into like an actual tea. You know, it's very, 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 very healthy. It's good for the bones. It's good for your immune system. It aids digestion. It's also good for fertility. And just in case if you're just joining us this morning, with me in the kitchen is Chef Anu, and we are making fruity zobo pap. Yes, I know it's quite a mouthful. And we have all the rest the ingredients there on your screen. We have our pap, which is our ogi tuturi. Is that what they call it? And then we have our milk. Are we going to use milk here? No, because I mean, like, you already have like zobo.
Yes. I mean,
are we still going to use milk again?
Towards the end, just to garnish the pap.
Oh. Yes. Your recipe this morning is giving me goosebumps. I'm not even going to lie. But I'm actually looking forward to it. I am looking forward to it. And if you're wondering what's going on, what's with the fruits, we're actually going to use this fruits to garnish the zobo. What happened there?
Yes.
The zobo pap when it is ready. And in here in the pots, we have our pineapple. We have our pineapple peel. And then we have our hibiscus flower, which is the zobo. And so all of them is going to come to a boil in a bit, and then we're going to drain it off and then use the hot water for our pap. Does this pap have ginger in it?
Yes.
Ooh, I love ginger pap. I actually really do love ginger pap. So this is actually like putting a twist to your pap, right?
Yes.
I mean, it's adding that, flavor, adding that burst of
trying
colors.
something different.
Yes, and also that is also healthy, guys. I mean, you have all of these nutrients packed in one bowl, guys. We're going healthy. Remember, they say health is wealth. All right, great stuff. And so what do you think could replace the granules?
Okay, you could use cashew nuts. You could use chia seeds.
Chia seeds.
Yes, you could use granola. Anything, any nuts of your choice.
Okay.
Yeah, you could just add to it.
Oh, all right. I would like to
use
know
any fruits, apple, strawberry. Anything.
Let's have fun, experiment, allow your imaginations run wild with this recipe. We have to go on a quick break now, people. It's the top of the hour, people. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
It's great to know you're still tuned in. We know that there are a number of ways to start your day the right way, and you chose us. But really, nothing comes close to what you get when you start your day with 4 beautiful women who bring you quite a lot of fun things, really. We are the one-stop breakfast show for the family, after all, and we bring it to you without fail. And this is coming to you live from the TVC studios every single weekday. I had to add single to the weekday so you can understand. We do this Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So far, it's been a whole hour, and we're not even done. We have about 45 minutes left to spend with you, and you better believe you will be enjoying every second of it. My name is Mary Bashua Alimi, and of course, the ladies are also here. You can stream the show live at tvcentertainment.tv and on Facebook at TVC Connect, okay? And of course, our app and YouTube are available for you to connect with us on the go. Just check us out at TVC Entertainment on YouTube. And talking about checking stuff out, I know I can't check what's going on in the kitchen right now, even if we cannot taste it yet. What is it you guys have going again? I think you said Ogi.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so this morning we have a fruity zobo pap. We are going to be preparing
Fruity zobo pap.
Yes.
Now, wow.
It's the way she's saying it with that wide smile on her face. You know, she's proud of this recipe. Yes. Anyways, well done, Anu, well done.
So, you know how we always pep up our cereals? I'm waiting for someone to say fruity gari. Yeah, but I don't know. We do it with oats. We do it with so many things. It's about time we do it with several things. But if you're going to put fruit in your gari, please don't come near me. I would rather you keep your distance. Thank you very much. Are you, or do you know anyone currently in a codependent relationship and you do not know how to get out of it? Certified relationship and marriage coach Aremo Oluwatobi will be giving a clear path to how to get out. Stay tuned for it.
Essence of being in a relationship, not to depend on your significant other.
So there's codependence such that people lose themselves. They've begun to depend on the other party so much that they literally have, like, if that person leaves, they don't know where to start from. They don't know where to begin. So in essence, they don't know.
Yes, I think it's okay.
I don't think it
because
is.
eventually
Not every time should you be self-sufficient.
Yes, I think
And
it's
then
okay.
for some people, it works for them. I have this friend who is very aware of the fact that she knows she can't be by herself because she's very dependent on people. And it's not a bad thing, because the good thing is that she has realized that she can't be by herself. So when she wants to form Miss Independent, you know they work.
Yes, but those are the people that will completely deteriorate and break down if anything, God forbid, happens to that party, if that party is not even happy about the fact that that person is completely dependent.
So I think it has to do with your personality. Because like me, I'm a very, very odd person.
We know
I
that
am super
you drink
independent.
garri with
Yet, for
things.
some weird reason, I'm very dependent on my family.
Yes.
I don't know how that makes sense.
still know
I
that
am
too.
super independent. Like, I like to do my thing, try to make things happen for myself, but I am dependent on my family as well.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
So
I think the only time it becomes a problem is when this person becomes a literal leech.
Yes.
That's when it becomes a
think that's
problem,
when it
because
becomes
some
a
people
problem.
get into a relationship because they feel like this other person is their safe place. This other person can be their therapist. This other person will indulge
But you know the
them.
funny thing,
and
you know there are also people that have the capacity to handle all this.
All of the-
There are people that are fixers.
True.
They find their happiness and peace from fixing
Yes,
people.
yes.
And then they end like Titi now. Titi cannot exist if she's not caring for somebody.
Okay.
And it's good as well, because it's good that you know that this is who you are.
Yes.
But when you don't know that that's who you are, that's the problem, because you now start finding yourself having such a gap or such a vacuum that you need to fill.
So I really don't see it as a problem. Honestly, I don't. But I just believe that when you should know when to draw the line.
The challenge is if it is between a man and a woman and they're about to get married, if one party realizes that this other party isn't really bringing that much to the table, but is relying on me for everything, to tell her when to go to school, to tell her when to get up, to tell her when to find a
And what
job.
is wrong with that? Some people just need somebody to help them navigate through life.
Some of us are dependent on knowing the weather before we go out. So I can assure you that it's going to be safe. But let's check this out.
It's about time for another news update right here on Wake Up Nigeria. My name is Titilaya Oyinson. President Muhammadu Buhari is currently meeting with all federal lawmakers at the banquet hall of the presidential villa, Abuja. The lawmakers were led to the event by the President of the Senate, Ahmad Lawan, and the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Femi Gbajabiamila. The notice of the meeting had been conveyed hours before in a letter to the Senate Assembly, or rather the National Assembly, to be received at the State House and read during plenary by the President of the Senate. The Senate had on the 27th of April reached a resolution for the leadership of the National Assembly to schedule a meeting with the President to discuss the issue of insecurity in the country. It's the first time the President is hosting all lawmakers of the National Assembly at the same time, having met with members of the Senate and House of Representatives separately in the past. Now, this comes after the President expressed his thanks to the 9th National Assembly for the cooperation he's enjoyed, which has enabled his administration achieve a lot in the last 2 years. In reaction to the stance taken by the legislators, the People's Democratic Party has commended the Senate for rejecting the nomination of Loretta Onoche as National Commissioner of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC. In a statement, the party described the rejection as a victory for Nigerians. In the statement by PDP spokesperson Kola Ologbodiyan, the opposition party described the rejection as a triumph of the Nigerian people over the barefaced attempt by the Buhari-led APC administration to corrupt and hijack the commission ahead of the 2023 elections. The PDP says the action of the Senate not only saved the nation from a very serious crisis, but also salvaged INEC and the entire Nigerian electoral process from a ruinous pollution that would have led to the collapse of the country's democratic order. The party had earlier led a protest to the National Assembly over her nomination. Now to Kaduna State, where the police have rescued 3 kidnap victims, including 1 student of Bethel Baptist School. The rescue operation was achieved through the operatives of the command alongside Civilian Joint Task Force. According to the State Police Public Relations Officer, Mohammed Jagile, the 3 rescued persons were found roaming in the bush around the Forest Tushon Gaya village of Chikun Leko government area. During the investigation, the 3 victims were identified as Zaharuddin Ibrahim, Nura Nuhu, who were recently kidnapped along Kaduna Kachia Road. Meanwhile, the 3rd kidnapped victim, Abraham Ania, is one of the students of Bethel Baptist Secondary School, Kujama.
Time for us to have a conversation on relationship. You know, we already did a bit of our own talking about this at the start of this hour. However, we will let the experts take over. The question today, are you or do you know anyone currently in a codependent relationship and, you know, you do not know how to get out? So he is going to be telling us how to get out. Talking about he, I'm talking about certified relationship and marriage coach, Aremo Oluwatobi. He'll be giving us a clear path, like he has already cleared the road on how to get out of it. Great to have you on the show this morning.
Thank you for having me.
So I'm just going to hit the nail on the head. How do you get out? But before I hit that nail, describe, define, explain what a codependent relationship is. Because when we talk about relationships being codependent, everybody just feels, it's normal to be codependent. But there's actually a different term for the healthy ones. So perhaps you want to educate us on that.
All right, so first, let me establish that for every relationship, there has to be a level of dependency.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, codependence is a dependency that is extreme and unhealthy, in that one of the parties have lost their own sense of identity in either offering dependency or receiving, as case may be. And then the healthy one is what we call interdependence. Okay, so people can be interdependent, which is also the same thing, but in that this one, their sense of identity, they are independent, yet can still depend on their partners. So you have situations where somebody goes through a breakup and they commit suicide, usually stem from codependent relationships because they believe sincerely, no, it's very from when somebody say, I can't live without you. These people actually believe that they can't live without the other person. So the person breaks up with them, and then they look for the next bit to jump, okay? Or you find, even within family dynamics, where you find a sister or a brother refusing to get into a relationship because they are carried for a younger one. Okay, so as long as my younger brother, my younger sister, elder brother doesn't like the person I'm with, I can't get a relationship because they are my priority. So they forget about themselves and just focus on the other person.
This is us looking at so many angles to it that many people don't even look at.
Yeah.
Because it means there are so many factors that contribute to this.
Yeah, they are. And one of the major ones, because as adults, we usually carry our childhood into our adulthood.
Yeah.
So one of the things that usually cause this is a family setting where there is a level of neglect, okay, where usually the firstborn or now picks up responsibility for the family. Okay. Now, if that person does not learn to balance it, the person would get into that level of codependence. Either receiving from somebody, you don't want to live life, you just want the other person to take care of you. You can't make decisions on your own. If the person is not there, you are stuck as it is. Okay, or you are the one doing for the other people without even paying attention to your own growth. You're not building yourself. You're just giving out. And of course, at some point, you will drain out. It can be draining in itself. So codependent is pretty unhealthy as it is. The target should be interdependence, where we are dependent on each other as partners, but we are also maintaining, because the strength, yes, the strength of a healthy marriage relationship is the strength of the individuality that both parties are bringing into,
make the union work.
Maybe, but if one is weak and then the other person is only having to be, there's a lot of sapping energy.
I dare say this is something that people don't look at and might be put to question, because so many people will tell you that find somebody that compliments you.
Yeah.
Forgetting that complimenting means, oh, I am me, and so you're just going to make me and in quotes, a better person, a better version of me.
Yeah.
But in most cases you hear, and when you finally get married or when you finally find the one, the person is going to make you your own self.
Yourself.
Yes, you find yourself. That's the thing.
So that's the wrong ideology. Because somebody that, of course, for some people, marriage has helped them find themselves. Okay, but it's not the safe way. What happens if you end up with somebody that did not ever find yourself? Okay, so it's always, so that is just what we call a correctional situation where marriage helped you find yourself. That is not supposed to be the way it should be. You should be your own person. You should be a strong person, such that as an individual on your own. So when marriage comes, it just complements what you've discovered already, and then the journey is really easy.
So we'll now go to where we started.
Okay. So,
how do you opt out of such a relationship? Because I know there are so many people in that situation now, and they need answers.
All right. So for someone that is at the giving end, where maybe you are caring for a family member, or your family member depend on you such that you can't even live life anymore. First, this person must first identify that they're actually in a codependent relationship. Because usually the public can see it, but you can't see it. They must first identify that, okay, this relationship is pretty codependent. Then two, person must now speak up. Speak with the partner, family member about the situation, and then now lay out ways that we can be interdependent. Okay, so I will meet you, then you now begin to draw boundaries. Because most time we think that boundaries confine us, but boundaries are actually things that give us freedom. Imagine the beach, there's no boundary. Okay, imagine the fire in the gas, no boundary. A boundaryless life is
it's a crazy
disaster.
life, yes.
So you can begin to draw boundaries and say, okay, people, that's why you find some marriages that families intrude, because there is no boundary. So identify that this is where you are. Have a talk with people involved, and then begin to draw boundaries about this is where I can meet you in the middle, and I need you to also get here with me.
Okay, so the tips look pretty simple until you try to apply them. That's the way it usually is. You think it's simple, and then you try to apply it, and then everything gets
usually we ask that, talk about if somebody that can be accountable to help you in that journey.
Okay. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much. It's been really interesting, and I'm pretty sure you've been able to take one or two tips from this I thank you for your time, Aremolu Atobi.
Thank you very much for having me.
Okay, so from there we move to another performance, and this time it's by Faith Jason. Hi, how you doing?
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. Okay, so I see you have a guitar there. I have something for live performances. They always uplift my soul. Okay. So what exactly are you performing for us right now?
Okay, I released my song on Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah, this Saturday that just passed, and it's called Beautiful Love.
Beautiful Love.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a love song, and also I'll be singing my audition song on Nigerian Idol because my fans love the song so much.
Your
so
audition song?
Yeah.
Okay. So what's your audition song for Nigerian Idol?
My audition song is All Time Low by John Bellion.
All Time Low?
Yes.
And you're going to be performing All Time Low live?
Live.
With all the highs and the lows in that song? See, I'm just going to get myself well seated to enjoy this performance. Take it away.
All right.
I just a crush on you, my beautiful love. I just a wait on you, 'cause you make me feel like I'm the most luckiest man on earth. And your love for me is so amazing. Let's take good time to say what we want, 'cause forever is such a long time. But if not you, girl, I will wait. I will stand by you, love. I will hold you tight. I promise you, this is how I love, no good die. Oh, my beautiful love, I want to be with you. Oh, my beautiful love, you make me feel so good. Oh, my beautiful love, I cannot live without you. Oh, my beautiful love, this is how I love, no good die. This is how I love, no good die. Yeah, 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 yeah. This is how I love, no good die. Yes, I will love you forever and treat you right. Yeah, how I love, no good die. Be like say, my heart's the beat for you every day. I know if you'd say there's someone else for me, if not you, girl. And I promise you now and forever, I would treat you right. 'Cause I love you, girl. No amount of luxury can keep me away from you. Now, no amount of weight can blow me away from you. I will stay forever. Oh, my beautiful love, I want to be with you. Oh, my beautiful love, I want to be with you.
Welcome back. Now, it's still a Wonder Woman Wednesday right here on Wake Up Nigeria, and we had a wonderful performance from the one and only Faith Jason just before the break, and everyone in the studio was like, oh, it's Faith, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. If you don't know who we're talking about Faith Jason, who was in season 6 of Nigerian Idols. Now, he was in the top 5. He didn't exactly win, but that performance was a winning performance that he gave us here right now. Thank you so much for coming to join us on the show.
Thank you so much.
Now, our friends at Lush Hair asked you to join us today because they felt, you know, that you were going to share an amazing story with us. So I know that they worked with you guys on the set of Nigerian Idols. You want to touch on that?
Yes, yeah, Lush Hair was one of our sponsors on the show, just like Techno and the rest of them.
Yeah.
So they were the ones in charge of our hair. Yeah. We actually had like some lush moments on the show. They called it the lush moment.
Okay.
My first lush moment was second week of the live shows. I performed my audition. I got to perform my audition song again, All Time Low. I was given the opportunity to, and they made my hair. I had some short dreads, some short locks, which the judge, Sheyi, said she loved after I finished performing.
I can imagine.
I also had another lush moment. I performed Awili by Flavor.
Yeah?
Yeah, I had, they just made me like look like Flavor.
Are you
the
serious?
long hair, like.
But it must have
Yeah.
felt good, you
Yeah,
know.
it
It
felt
must have
good.
felt really good, you know, being styled like that, and you had a great experience
I had a
with them,
great experience,
right?
yes.
And I can tell you, because I watched part of the show, that he was always looking fabulous. You know, let's just put it that way. You have that fabulous look when you have lush hair on. But I want to touch on your music now. What do you consider your favorite genre of music?
Yeah, I have different genres of music. I do alternative rock, contemporary R&B, Afro soul. Yes, and
Alternative rock, Afro soul. So who are those idols that you consider your idols?
yeah, if you're going internationally, it has to be John Bellion. Come on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, John Bellion. I have a lot, but I will pick John Bellion if it's just one. Then for a Nigerian act, I'll go for Johnny Drill.
Okay.
Yeah, and Thames.
Oh, of course, of course. Now, you've been holding on to this baby in front of you
Yeah,
for a bit.
my baby.
What's your baby's name?
This is, I call her Beautiful Mind.
Beautiful Mind.
Yeah.
But the way you're managing this guitar, like, it feels like you started this a long time ago. How young were you when you started performing?
Okay, I've been singing since I was 7 years old.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Although I've done different things, I have 2 degrees.
Oh, wow. In what and what?
I architecture, engineering, and geography sciences.
So really hard stuff.
Yeah,
Really
so-
technical stuff.
Yeah, I love books, actually. I'm the bookworm type. But music comes first in everything I do. So I've been singing since I was 7, and I got to take it very seriously when I was 14.
Okay.
That was when I started taking music very, very seriously. I know I had the gift. I was born with the gift, but I was a bit shy then.
Yeah.
But my mom helped me to come out of my shy
Aw.
place. So now I'm a musician.
So, ladies out there, Faith Jason just told you he has 2 degrees. He sings like an angel. Come on, what is not to like, ladies? I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. But and look how he handles that guitar. You said she's called The Beautiful Mind,
Yeah.
right? And I know you've performed quite a lot of great songs with this particular guitar. But can you give us an a cappella of one of your favorites and strum that guitar for us?
All right. Yeah, the song I performed earlier was
Yeah.
my song,
Yeah.
Beautiful Love. It's on Audio Mac now. You can stream it. It will also be coming out on iTunes and the rest of the platforms later. So I'll be singing my audition song. My fans, they are not tired of this song. Like,
Wow.
it's crazy.
Okay. Okay.
All right. This is All Time Low by John Bellion. This is out for my fans if you're watching right now. All right. I said I watched the night and shining armor in your movie. Would put your lips on mine and love the aftertaste now. Said I'm a ghost, I call your name. You look right through me, that's right. 'Cause you're the reason I'm alone and I still with an eye. Yeah. Y'all been trying to fix my pride, but that thing's broken. That thing's broken. I lie in a lie you try to hide, but now you know it. Woo, that I'm at no time. Low, 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 low. Okay, said I was the prototype light stacks on that CD. An example of the perfect candidate now. Said all your girlfriends say that you don't want to see me. 'Cause you're the reason I just can't concentrate, but y'all been trying to fix this pride, but that thing's broken. So that thing's broken, it's broken, it's broken. Lie, so lie in a lie you try to hide, but now you know it. That I'm at no time. Low, 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 low. So low, 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 low. so much.
I can see why your fans love that audition song.
Yeah.
And it's just so, I know it's tough being in a competition. Everything is dependent on votes and your team out there getting all the votes in for you. I know it must have really crushed you when you didn't get past the top 5. Because you're amazing and you're talented and you look great.
Oh,
you're fabulous.
thank you.
Really. So you need to talk to us a little bit about those emotions before you head to the kitchen.
All right. Well, the night I was evicted from the show, I didn't actually feel bad.
Okay.
I felt good.
Okay.
Because I've come that far, and I'm grateful to God for bringing me that far. That's top 5. We're like hundreds of thousands that started the journey. And I made it to top 11, and I made it to top 5. It's like, whoa.
All right.
Many other contestants, they wished they made it to top 5. Just
But
like,
honestly speaking, we don't get why you didn't get there, but to us, you're a star and
thank
you're
you so
amazing.
much. Thank you.
Take your fabulous self to the kitchen.
Yeah.
Please, let's go.
All right.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you.
Please,
Hey,
welcome.
thank you.
Have left us in
I think I have to drop this now.
stitches.
The guitar. All right.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
Please take a seat.
Yep. Can I drop it there?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Thank you
All right.
so much.
Welcome to the kitchen,
All right.
Faith. It's so good to have you here.
Thank you so much.
This is Chef Anu, and this morning she's made for you fruity
wow.
zobo pap.
Wow.
I know, right? So trust me, it looks as good as it tastes. Well, when you taste it, I have had a taste. It actually really tastes good.
Okay.
But please have a taste. This is a spoon here for you.
There you go.
And Faith, quickly, sorry. And quickly tell us how you put this together.
Okay, so we made zobo. So instead of using hot water to make the pap, we substituted the zobo for the hot water, and that's why it has that color. So we just kept banana, granules, and grapes as the topping.
Wow, I'm already loving it.
Yeah, so call it your pap parfait.
It's exotic.
Yeah,
Listen
it
at it,
is.
it will feel good in the mouth.
Try.
All right, here we go.
I'm telling
Wow.
you.
Beau parfait.
Exactly. No,
I know,
pap
right?
parfait, actually. You like it?
Nice, I love it.
Ooh, great.
It's awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And with that, it's the end of the show today. We've had a fantastic 1 hour, 45
Yes, we
minutes.
have.
4 ladies looking great on the show today. Tope and Titi on the couch. Bye.
Bye.
You guys are looking so good. Okay, so that's about it on the show today. Many thanks to Chef Anu Akpo, to all our contributors, to everyone who has been a part of the show, especially to you for watching us today.
Of course.
Tomorrow, join us bright and early, 7 a.m. Have a great day.
Bye-bye.